we're going to discuss the important parts of Salesforce that need to be taken into consideration when rolling out a Sales Cloud implementation. There's a lot to cover, so let's get started with the basics. Right out of the box, Salesforce gives you navigation to many of the standard objects that are most typically used. When you click on any of the objects, you'll be brought to a list screen. Directly from the list screen, you can add new records, delete old records, and modify the existing records. From most list views, you can also add or remove specific fields that you want to display. When you click on a blue link, you'll be brought to a detailed page for the record that you've chosen. From here, you can also easily edit the information that's displayed, or you can even delete information directly from this screen. Your Salesforce objects can be customized in various different ways by simply going to Setup, then going to the Object Manager, and selecting the object that you want to update. I'm going to go to Contacts, go to Fields and Relationships, and I'm going to add a new field for secondary email address. From this screen, you can allow it to automatically add itself to existing page layouts for the object you're on. If you go to Page Layouts, choose one of these, you'll be able to see where your new field has been added and change it if you'd like to put it somewhere else. Once I save that, if I go back to a contact record, I'll see here under the Details screen the option to input the secondary email address. Although that was a simple example, there are many ways that you can update and customize your individual objects. You can also add completely new objects by simply going to Setup, Object Manager, clicking Create, and Custom Object. From here, you just need to fill out the information for the object that you're trying to add. For instance, if you're an accounting firm and you want to add dependents to your customers, you can add a dependent object and then track whatever information you'd like on that object. From here, I could add a field such as dependent relationship. You can then add a lookup field to the related contact. Here we can tell it to show that field on the dependent layout, and here we can tell it to show the related list of dependents on the contact layout. Then, here on the contact screen, you can see the dependents below and add them here. Then by clicking on that link, you'll be brought to the dependent screen. Most businesses will want to customize the stages of both leads and opportunities to fit their needs. This can be done by going into Setup, then the Object Manager, and selecting either lead or opportunity. In here, all you need to do is find either the lead status or the opportunity stage. In opportunity, you can either deactivate, delete, or edit existing stages. You can also add new ones, and then set the order of the new sales cycle. You should then be able to see that update in the stage option for opportunities. Salesforce is a pretty substantial reporting tool that can allow you to run reports on standard and custom objects. All you need to do is create a new report, choose the report type that you'll be using, customize it with the columns and the filters that you wish to see, and save and run that report. With this report, you can see directly the information that you've chosen, or you can make an easy-to-use dashboard. For dashboards, all you need to do is create the new report, create the new dashboard, give it a name, and select the report that you've made as a component. As you can see, there are multiple options here of how to see and track that data. And you can present that data in multiple ways at once. You can even add filters to allow you to easily sort through the data. Throughout the Salesforce system, you can track activities, tasks, and more by using the functionality in the Activities section. These activities can be used to track contact with leads, to set up follow-ups, and more with just a few clicks. All you need to do, for instance, to create a new task is go to the Activities section, under New Task, click Create a Task, enter in the information, and click Save. Now those tasks will be tied to whatever record you entered them in on, and can be used for reporting and more. With the campaign functionality from Salesforce, you can set up marketing campaigns to keep track of how your marketing influence has affected opportunity outcomes. By simply adding campaign members, such as leads or contacts, to a campaign, you can follow the sales cycle to determine which campaigns had the greatest impact on your business. Salesforce can help you automate many workflows through both simple and complex functionality, from very complicated behind the scenes programming to low-code flows, such as a couple of these, which come right out of the box. Salesforce can do just about anything using these different types of functionality. However, because Salesforce is such a big name, many third-party companies have already also created apps to seamlessly integrate with Salesforce and save you from doing the heavy lifting. To find those apps, all you need to do is open the App Exchange and search for any app you may be trying to integrate with. From Slack to Outlook there are all sorts of apps that can help you do just about anything. If you intend to migrate data from an existing system, your main options to expedite that process are the Data Import Wizard and the Data Loader. The Data Import Wizard can be used for importing less than 50,000 records and can only import into a few specific objects. The Data Loader, however, should be used if you are bringing in over 50,000 records or importing data into objects that the Data Import Wizard does not yet cover. The Data Loader is a bit more complicated to get installed and maybe to understand, but it is much more robust and can handle just about anything you need it to do. Administrators can secure data and maintain data integrity by giving different users different levels of permission. For example, if we wanted to limit editing access for accounts for some users, we could simply create a new profile based on the standard user and call it limited account access, and then simply edit the options for editing accounts. Then all you would need to do is select the user and select the profile that you've created. As you can see, there are many, many more permissions that can be assigned or removed from different user groups. Finally, you'll want to assign someone the role of system administrator. A system administrator will be responsible for adding users, assigning their roles, being in charge of updates, and much, much more. Training for people assigned as administrators can be found in Salesforce's Trailheads, by taking classes, or can be provided by a Salesforce partner such as us here at DB Services.